Thank you for tuning in to Macro View Television and welcome to a brand new edition of Taiwan Outlook, the program that presents the different faces and lets you hear the different voices on Taiwan. I'm your host, Ray Guo. Do you know what a nonprofit media is and how do they function? We're going to find out more on today's program because we're delighted to have Mr. Cheng Kuo-Wei, who's the Chief Editor of NPOst, to be our special guest. And we're going to learn a little more about nonprofit media and also exactly what is NPOst. Welcome to our program, Kuo-Wei.
Hello, Raymond. Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be here.
Well, it's a delight to have you on the program, Kuo-Wei. Like I said, a lot of people will not know what a nonprofit media is.
Yeah.
Can you give us some background? Including a background about yourself, how did you get involved with nonprofit media? Please.
Okay. My name is Cheng Kuo-Wei, and of course, most of my friends call me Pornoy.
Pornoy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I joined NPOst as Chief Editor since 2014, actually just last year in January, and it's the beginning of NPOst. And talking about the nonprofit media. Nonprofit media. Actually, nonprofit media, from my perspective, is the origin of media.
Okay.
All media should be nonprofit at the beginning.
Yes.
As far as we know, the revolutionary media back in early 20th century, they are nonprofit. They
serve a public purpose.
Yeah, their aim is to serve public purpose. And business media is actually only have a very short history, like as we know. So nonprofit media is actually the default situation of media. And of course, as we know, PTS or
we're also nonprofit.
You're also nonprofit media, so we are also nonprofit media. But nonprofit media, we are a media for purpose, and we're a media for change. And not like PDS, we are a very small media outlet, and we're completely online. So what we do is actually trying to advocate something to alert people to some important topics. And for NPOst is the situation of NPO, the nonprofit organization.
Okay, and let me ask you this: what was your major in college? Did you major in journalism? How did you end up doing your work as a reporter? Please.
I really want to be
a journalist.
A journalist when I'm in high school. But unfortunately, I didn't apply.
You didn't pursue it.
Yeah, I didn't pursue it. But I majored in foreign languages.
Good. And
then in graduate school, my master's degree is in telecommunication.
Good. And when was NPOst, NPOst, set up? And what's the purpose for NPOst? You said something about covering important events, but can you give us some examples of what issues and also events that NPOst is most concerned with, please?
Yeah. Of course, we know there are a lot of important things happening every time, everywhere.
Yes.
But for us, NPOst, we consider as a vertical media.
Vertical in terms of integration of issues?
Compared with the horizontal media, which means that you cover everything.
Everything, yes.
Mass media. We are vertical media. And vertical media, as a vertical media, we only put our focus on the NPO, people around NPO, people inside NPO, people who are affected by NPO. So, for example, recently there's a huge earthquake happened in Nepal. So there are a lot of NPOs went to Nepal and to contribute.
Yes.
But how to contribute? How, if you want to contribute and you want to join the NPO's effort, how could you do? And if you want to make your donation count, which NGO should you donate to? And if you are NGO member, or how do you crowdsource ideas and efforts or the resources from all around the world to do something good?
Okay. And Kuo-Wei, let me ask you, who is your targeted audience, readers? Are people interested in volunteering, people interested in the events and programs by NPOs? Who are they?
Very good question. Because at the beginning, when we are planning to initiate this program, this project, we're thinking that, or should we target to audiences like donators, or just people working NGO, or just people who want to be a volunteer. Right now, we focus 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to make people who are affected by NGO, who are working in NGO, and people who want to do something good with NGO to be able to find important and knowledges and resources from our website.
And Kuo-Wei, can you shed some light on this? For example, if I'm surfing the net, and then I come across your website, all right? How can I tell, right away or soon thereafter, that this, site is for nonprofit media? It's not, traditional media. How can I tell?
Okay. Of course, you can tell it from our title. We are NPOst.
Okay.
NPOst means NPO plus post plus station.
Yes.
Because NPO, as we know, nonprofit organization, and post.
Yes.
When we add post in our name, we are a blog media.
Okay.
Our platform is built on a blog.
You also started as a blogger on the internet, right?
Exactly. Because blogging too is a very important trend around the world since 2000. Since 2000.
Yes.
And of course, right now people use Facebook or use a lot of social media a lot. But from my perspective, they are all variations of blogs.
Okay.
Variations of blogging.
Okay.
People can convey their ideas much easier on internet. So we want to invite people who work in NGO, people who volunteer for NGO, or people who donate to NGO to talk about what they see and what they do, and their know-how, their experiences on our website.
All right.
Because I think it's a very important but neglected subject. And from the difference between us and other mass media, traditional media, well, actually, it's difficult to categorize traditional media because compared with traditional media, maybe we should call them new media. But new media, the meaning of new media always changes.
Okay.
Back in 1940, television is a new media.
Yes.
And satellite is a new media. Right now we say internet probably is a new media, but it's becoming the old media.
Yeah, that's right.
Again.
It's been around.
Yeah, maybe the brainwave communication is going to be the next new media. We don't know. But NPOst, because of our budget limited, and because of our major target audiences are online, so we use only the online channel to communicate with our target audience. But I won't say that we are that different from traditional media. We also want to conserve the important values of traditional media.
Yes.
We want to convey we want to convey correct knowledges, correct important issues to our audiences.
Exactly. And given the fact that you have also other nonprofit media on the internet, how then we tell NPOst apart from all the others? What is unique about the kinds of services or programs that NPOst offers that others don't?
Non-business things are not a major topic online. People talk a lot about technologies, a lot of businesses, a lot of cats, a lot of babies on social media. We love to share these topics, but not something that we feel burdened or something that we feel obliged or but difficult. But we want to tackle it. We want to talk about it. So from our content, you can see we talk about the topics we talk about is different. Also, we for online media, for vertical media, a very important component is the community.
Yes.
Because just like all the magazines or just like the PTS, we have a dedicated or we have a group of people who just love us or who just think that yes, this topic is very important, and I can find people who also think the same way as I did on this website, on this community. So we have Facebook groups. We have activities every month held in different locations
around Taiwan.
Actually, just around Taipei right now.
Okay, all right.
Yes, in coffee shops or in some activity event places that we can talk about important issues. For example, what we are going to talk about in our next event is about AIDS. AIDS. Yeah, and there are a lot of NGOs in Taiwan and outside Taiwan
working on this issue,
contributing on this issue. So we want to bring light to what their effort and what they do.
Their concern. Yes. All right, we have about 1 minute left. Kuo-Wei, if I want to be a part of NPOst, how do I find you on the internet? Tell us. I mean, of course, I now know NPOst, but suppose I don't know about NPOst, how do I find you?
Yeah, for English speakers, I think it will be a little bit difficult because our content mostly actually all of them are still in Chinese. We're working on it. Yeah, but for Chinese speakers or people who can read Chinese, you can search NPOst, and you can just search 公益
public interest
on the internet. And you can find us very easily, and you can click contact us, and you can just email us by npost.tw@gmail.com very easily.
Kuo-Wei, we were talking about what NPOst is and what kind of activities that he has done in the past, and we also understand that NPOst is run by the Association of Digital Culture Taiwan. And what is the strategy, for NPOst to try to attract, members in Taiwan, also promote itself? What is the strategy adopted by the Association for Digital Culture Taiwan, ADCT?
Yeah, ADCT, our organization, is not a very big association. Yeah, we are a group of probably the earliest bloggers in Taiwan.
In Taiwan,
Or you can say we are a bunch of otakus. Back in 2000, early 2000. And we want to make some changes. So NPOst is one of our projects. And because we know now people spend more and more attention and more time on social media and on their cell phones.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we want to provide important information and useful information about NPOst, about NPO, and to be able to directly assessed by people who are on social media and the people who use a lot of mobile phones right now. And our strategy is quite simple. We begin because we are we are quite well connected in the blogosphere or in the internet. So when we start to initiate this program, we set out a simple blog, and we start to tell our friends. Our friends, people we met, people we haven't met, people we just know their names, but we know they are interested in this topic, to join us, to be our co-authors, to write together. And most of them are people in this business. This business means the NPO business, NPO industry, not business. Some of our authors are focused on how to open up or how to make donation transparent. Some of our authors are focusing on education, education NPOs. Some of our authors focusing on the medical NPOs. We have a lot of authors who
different areas.
Want to talk about different aspects of NPO issues. So we invite them to contribute together. And also we start to have groups online and to host events, online events and offline events, to make people aware of us. Yes, and we reach out by phones or by internet personal to visit NPOs, to interview NPOs, to let them know that if you need, you want to talk about something, or you need a channel to broadcast what you're doing, then we are your partner. We can help you because we have the experience, we have the know-how how to make important things spread online.
All right. And let me ask you, so far you have been able to attract a lot of members in Taiwan. What is the traditional profile of somebody who would join a nonprofit organization like NPOst? Are they younger people, people 30 and under? Are they college educated? Are they internet user frequently? And what are some of the qualities that you have seen in your membership?
Including all the several qualities you just mentioned.
Okay.
Because we are a purely online media, so we want to make our target audience are mainly people range from 18 years old to 40 years old. Okay. It's not a very big range. It's a very short range, but small range. But it's also the range of most Facebook users.
Exactly.
Of most cell phone users.
Yes, active.
So,
yes.
Yeah, active users. We want to focus on these target audiences. Okay. You can tell from the tone of our articles, the languages or the wordings on in our articles. Okay. We use. We talk like we were talking to ourselves, or people like us.
Okay.
Yes, because I think these people, well educated, digital savvy, and young people, they want something different. Yes. They want to change.
Yeah, make some changes.
Yeah, they are active. Okay. So we focus on these target audiences.
All right.
And of course, they are target audience, and readers always become authors.
Okay.
When they read a lot,
yes.
they want to contribute. Good. So we might invite some of our commenters. Oh, you have a very good comment. You have very good knowledge on this. Would you like to contribute, or would you like to write a post about it? Okay. Then they gradually become our authors. Okay. So this is how we expand our group.
Exactly. And we understand, even though NPOst is based in Taipei, Taiwan, but you do a lot of active programs. For example, last year, November 14th of 2014, that you have held the forum called Innovate for Impact. Certainly attracted a lot of people in and out of Taiwan. Can you tell us a little bit about the forum itself last year, and also what was the response from the people who participated? Please.
Okay. The forum is actually like our annual summit. Okay. We want to focus on a very important issue each year, and to bring something new to the circle of NPOs in Taiwan. Because from our experience, we learned that the NPOs in Taiwan are more conservative. Okay. Most of them. And there are some very huge NPOs. Yes. There are a lot of very small NPOs, just under 5 people. Yes. So, but these very small NPOs, they need this knowledge. They need these resources. They need the connection. Okay. But not like those big NPOs. They don't have the opportunity to
have a lot of resources.
Yeah, yes. They cannot get these resources. So we want to create an event to make things happen. Okay. So we invite people like the senior director of Kiva. Yes. Yeah, Johnny Price. Yes. And Amy Sempower, the CEO of N10, the nonprofit technology network, to come to Taiwan. These two organizations are famous for their innovation of how to contribute to the NPO issue in a much more innovative way. Okay. They use technology. They use they use the power of internet. Okay. They use crowdsourcing, crowdsourcing money or crowdsourcing of ideas to make people
notice.
To increase, to make the impact much bigger.
Stronger.
Yeah,
Yes.
much stronger. So I think they are two good examples for us.
Good.
That's why we invite them to share their experiences. And also, we also invite people we know, very young people who are doing NPO works, very good practices in Taiwan to share with our foreign speakers to create the interaction.
All right. And let me ask you, what was the reaction of people who attended? Did they feel like, a summit forum like this, done by NPOst would really be helpful, not only for the issues or concerns of Taiwan, but also for Taiwan bloggers or NPOst members to know what are the important issues globally, regionally? Is that really a two-way traffic?
One forum will might not be able to achieve all the goals. We want to do it online and offline. So we have offline events, and we have important speakers come to our events, and they will have actual face-to-face communication interaction. It will trigger very good chemical effect. We hope. But of course, we want to bring the
ideas from Taiwan.
Started from the event online. Then we can make things continue. Because, for example, after the event, we also invite our foreign speakers to tell us at least 3 NPOs they consider doing very good internationally, and we then we wrote a report about it and to introduce them to our readers. And these are examples and models that Taiwanese NPOs can learn from. And of course, after the event, anyone who wants to know more about Kiva, anyone who wants to gain some know more about the N10, the technology network, they can directly reach them, or they can reach us, and then we will introduce them to people who need to know these resources, who need those resources. I think it's a start. We won't think that it just contribute a lot or achieve a lot.
But it's a very good, beginning. And also, you're going to make this every year. Every year, you will do the forum.
Yeah, it's an annual summit. So we this year at the end of 2005, we will have another forum, and
also in November.
Yeah, I think it's November or December. We are still thinking about the topic.
The date.
The date and the topics.
And there will be others coming out of Taiwan to come to the event?
Yeah, of course, we want to make it bigger, and we want to make Taiwan's NPOs, their efforts, their contributions to get more exposure around the world. So maybe this year we will do more English report.
Good. All right. Let me ask you something, how big is the membership of NPOst? And, people just join? Do you have fees, or what do they need to do?
Because we're media, we are not a club, of course.
No,
we're not a club. So actually, you don't need to actually join NPOst. But if you want to join NPOst as an author or as a volunteer editor, then we are welcome. So right now in our group, we have about 40 people as our active authors and editors. And we have 2 full-time editor and journalists. They edit and they report at the same time because we are with limited human resources. So that's how we organize, and that's how we run. And with the contribution and the support of the community, we can sustain and maintain such a media platform.
And let me ask you, what were mostly the subject area for the articles? Are we talking about digital technology? Are we talking about some of the social events? What are some of the things that people write about?
You mean on NPOst, right?
NPOst.
Mostly about the topics around NPO. For example, how do we choose a good NPO that to donate? How an NPO should manage its donation, and how to manage the volunteers as an NPO manager. Okay. Yeah, different issues related.
Different aspects.
Yeah, and technology is a very important part of our topics because we want to convey an idea that is technology is very important for NPO if you want to increase your efficiency and increase your exposure and to make people know what you're doing and to attract donation and attract resources. For NPO, this is very important. Okay. So we write a lot of articles about how you can use such technology. For example, Facebook. For example, cell phone. For example, some apps to attract people or to disseminate your ideas and or to organize events. This know-how of how to use technology is a big part of our website.
Okay, and suppose if I want to, be a part of the NPOst family, I want to write articles, I want to report about things. What do you think, in your opinion, will be the necessary preparations or qualities that I will need to become a journalist or reporter for a non-profit media like NPOst?
Because NPOst is run as a citizen media.
Yes.
Yeah, citizen media means we invite citizens to contribute. But since we are more vertical, we focus on a very small field of knowledge. So people who want to become authors, they must prove or they must have the experience of maybe working in NGO or as they
people have done some work before.
Yeah, done some work related to NGO. Okay. Yeah, or research about NPO, NGO. So these criteria is very important for us. Okay. And then we will ask them to give us at least 3 articles to let us know that if he or she is capable of writing. Because some people have the experience and the knowledge, but they are not good writers.
No.
Yeah, and because we are not we don't have a very big newsroom or editor team, so we might not be able to edit words by words. Some articles they are very difficult to edit. So our criteria is quite high from my perspective. But even though we attract people, still,
a lot of people want to write for you.
Yeah, it's quite at least 40 people who are willing to contribute to our website. And as a full-time journalist or an editor of NPOst, we might not have the best or the biggest knowledge of NPO, but we need to sniff out the connection between issues or events or trending topics with NPO. Because we want to report things, we want to talk about things from the perspective from NPO, to start from NPO. For example, we talk about the Nepal, the earthquake, from the perspective of NPO, how NPO can contribute. If you want to contribute, how to cooperate with NPO, what NPOs has been doing in Nepal and after the earthquake. We didn't just talk about the earthquake or the situation of the earthquake. We want to talk about how NPOs can contribute and why we should care about it. Yes.
Okay. All right. And Kuo-Wei, you know that in the last few months, there's been some events, taking place in Taiwan that have, given a lot of the attention, to the use, on internet. For example, regarding the November, 2014 mayoral elections in Taiwan, specifically regarding the Taipei mayoral election, a lot of people felt that the eventual winner, now Mayor Ke Wen-je, was able to achieve the kind of victory that he did because of the so-called the rise of the netizen, okay? And then people who are active on the internet, and they very frequently utilize the functions of social media to gather votes, to gather opinions, for people to make analysis from them. And also, on the other hand, we also had some tragedies recently in Taiwan. We had a few TV personalities and models who have committed suicide because of cyberbullying, on the internet. And you're, the chief editor of NPOst. I would suppose that you will come across your share of the events, very similar to what we just described. And what is your opinion then, towards the concept of the rise of netizens and also the issue of cyberbullying?
Yeah, it's like a two-edged sword.
Okay.
We can use it for good, and we can use it for bad. And sometimes we thought we are using for good,
yes.
But actually it turns out it's bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually what happens in cyberbullying.
Okay.
And that's what happens in a lot of situations.
Yes.
For NPOst, because our major topic is not netizen or cyberbullying, but there are cases related to NPOs that we
addressing.
Addressing this. So we covered it also. We also covered it. And from my perspective, netizens actually are everyone right now because we are all online. I can say about 85% of Taiwanese people are online right now, and we use cell phone. We are online everywhere, ubiquitously everywhere. So it's difficult to say who is netizen or what is the power of netizen. It's just the power of people. But as the word netizen, it means that we are more. Maybe it says we are more connected, and we communicate in a speed that we never dreamed of. And we communicate in a quantity, in a mass that we never dreamed of. So I think it's the difference or the change of quantity that makes us wow or scared at the same time. Cyberbullying also. A lot of people don't know they are cyberbullying. They saw they are exerting justice. Okay. For example, someone harassing someone on a bus that is recorded by someone's cell phone. Then people upload it on to YouTube, to Facebook. Then people will say, "Let's search this." Search out this.
Find out who this person is.
Yeah, and let's we say "lo so" in Chinese. Let's flesh out these people, this guy, and expose every information about, make him regret.
Okay, what he did.
It's some kind of justice that we want, but actually, it's cyberbullying.
Yes.
Because most of the time we don't know the situation. We don't know what is really happening. We can only judge from a very small piece of information.
Yes.
And we, because of the attention, the time span of the attention that we put on the internet, on this very short information, we tend to react very quickly without hesitation.
Knowing all the facts.
Yeah, we don't give ourselves the space and time to consider, to deliberate. I think it's one of the most important. I think that it's the reason of all this, like the power or the positive side or the negative side.
Exactly.
Yeah, but by NPOst, we want to encourage people to think more
about the positive side.
About not just the positive, to think more about the facts. And the issues about
what happened.
What happened? For example, the case of Tzu Ji.
Yes.
Just recently, Tzu Ji was very seriously attacked by netizens.
Exactly.
People in Tzu Ji say they are cyberbullied.
Yes.
It's a two-edged sword. People are the two-side facts. People think they're justice. We think they are injustice.
And Kuo-Wei, we were talking about the events and functions of NPOst, but we also learned that you have been a volunteer for another, nonprofit media, Global Voices, for a long time. In fact, you have founded the Chinese version for Global Voices. Please tell us a little bit about what Global Voices is and what kind of programs and functions does it serve. Please.
Yeah, Global Voices is the beginning of my experience
with NPO.
Yeah, with NPO and digging into the nonprofit or independent online media.
Okay.
And it started back in 2005, and it's a project from the Harvard University, the Berkman Center. Okay. And people, two of our founders, Ethan Zuckerman and Rebecca McKinnon, they at the moment they thought that the Western media, the Western media, they covered regions like East Asia or Africa in a very biased way. So they want to invite bloggers around the world to contribute, to write by themselves what they see, what they know, and as a citizen journalist. This year is our 10th anniversary. So we are now the largest and biggest citizen media network around
in the world.
And I learned Global Voices back in 2006. Okay. And I immediately fell in love with Global Voices. I think I learned so much things that I couldn't find anywhere. So I want to disseminate and to spread the information. So I start to translate the articles from Global Voices from English to Chinese.
Good.
At the beginning, just on my blog. Okay. And then more and more people think, oh, this is a very good thing to do. So people join me to translate. Then we formed a group and to build a new website. And then I was recruited formally by Global Voices.
Good.
Yeah, and become director of Global Voices Chinese and Global Voice Lingua, which means the multi-language project. Okay. So right now, Global Voices have 42 different languages, different versions. Okay. And Global Voices in Chinese is the first of them.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And in addition to NPOst and Global Voices, you are a very busy man because you are also the chief editor of some other media, nonprofit media like Pansai, and you have here PunApp, and also PunNode.
Yes.
Can you tell us what they are and what do you do for them as chief editor?
Okay, just like what I do in NPOst. We are all vertical news websites. Right. And for a vertical news website, a very important thing is to form a community who want to pursue that kind of knowledge, that kind of information. Good. So for Pansai is the largest science communication or science community in Taiwan. All right. We talk about a lot of issues related to science in an interesting way. Okay. And PunApp is a mobile app and with information related to how to live better in our mobile life. Yeah, because everyone has a cell phone right now and have a smartphone right now. Then how not to become too indulged with a cell phone and to use the cell phone correctly. Yes. Yeah, that's what we want to convey. And for PunNode, it's a news website focusing on tech entrepreneurship. Because for myself, we are also entrepreneur. Okay. Okay. We are startups. So we want to talk more about the startup situation in Taiwan and around the world to introduce more of the startups in Taiwan to the international community.
Okay. And can you give us an example, based on your experiences, that Kuo-Wei, how can we use a non-profit media like NPOst or others to try to influence developments within Taiwan, but also at the same time let Taiwan's developments be known to the world? How can we use a nonprofit, employ, the nonprofit media?
I think just as this program, Taiwan Outlook, does. And from my perspective, I really want to encourage people who has the knowledge related to NPO to talk about what they know. Because these insights, these know-hows are buried very deep in some people's brain.
Of course.
And they never talk about it. Because no media or no traditional media will want to cover, have the time to and attention to talk about this. Yeah. And we want to be the media who treasure, who care about these topics. So I think the first step, and actually we're still doing right now, is to reach out to more NPOs and to let them know that your know-how and your experience are very important to other NPOs, to other people working NPOs or who are affected by NPOs. It's very important. So we, of course, we interview and we create infographics and we use online campaigns and we use all the techniques that we use on. We know that they are effective on social media to make young people engaged in this topic. So that's what we do, and gradually we want people to know that and to feel aware that NPO issues are everywhere, and this is not something that we can neglect it.
Okay. And may I ask you, as the Chief Editor of NPOst, what are some of the future plans that you have for NPOst? For example, more events, more activities, or you plan to see bigger, have more areas covered on the NPOst? Okay.
Besides three of the targets that we are pursuing, I think internationalization or globalization is a very important part, because right now only very limited NPOs can gain global exposures and can get to know the best practice around the world. And from our perspective, we want to bring these cases to Taiwan and let some very good cases in Taiwan to be able to
be noticed
by the world. And with the help of global voices and NPOst, because NPOst is more local and global voice is more international, so we can collaborate together to gain bigger exposure. And of course, we want to expand our author team, our group, because right now still a lot of important information are not known by most people. There are a lot of CEOs of some NPOs, chairs of some NPOs. They are quite they might be older. Their age might be and they are not very good at internet, good at using those new communication tools. Then it depends on us to dig out their know-how, to dig out what they know, and to let the information be archived and to be spread.
All right. And given the fact that we are now in the global village, the world is becoming smaller. What do you think that maybe in the future, through nonprofit media like NPOst, maybe we can help the younger generation be more in tune, in touch with the international development? This is what we often call about the internationalization of Taiwan, becoming more internationally oriented. Do you think a non-profit media like NPOst can serve in that endeavor, contribute what it can to help Taiwan internationalize?
Of course, because a lot of young people right now, they volunteer overseas. They become overseas volunteers, and they want to have the experience and to expand their connection to see the world. Of course, but from the perspective of NPOst, we want to tell our young people, our maybe mostly students, to do right things right. Okay. Because a lot of students or they went abroad and to try to be a volunteer, but actually what they did or what they can contribute is very limited. Yes. They are only causing troubles to those international or local NPOs. Okay. So what we trying to do is establish a better understanding, a better connection between Taiwan and the international NGOs, and let international NGOs tell us what kind of people and what kind of help they need from Taiwan. And of course, if we can also connect to our local communities, then if they can learn more about the situation with international NGOs than to go abroad, then that will make the situation much better without making troubles or making misunderstandings. Okay.
And Kuo-Wei will have only about 30 seconds left in the program. If people, young people, who have watched our program today and they want to be a part of this NPO media community, what would be your recommendation to them and why?
Okay. First of all, I would like to ask these young people or at least anyone to think about what is the most important topic or social topic they care about.
Pursue. Yes.
Yeah, they care about, and to look for to do some research about what NPOs are doing exactly
in that area.
And to gain a certain amount of knowledge about the NPO or try to learn from the NPO. And then if they want to contribute more and to talk about their findings, or they can come to us and write about it.
All right. Thank you very much, Kuo-Wei, to be a special guest on our program today. Want to wish you and NPOst all the best in the future. Thank you,
Raymond.
All right. Thank you very much for watching our program today. I'll see you next time on Macroview Television. Thank you.